Continuation with Wednesday's protest, today Thursday, all political leaders, majority of political leaders, including NCP's Joseph Philip D'Souza, the youth president of NCP, Pritam Naik, the Congress leader like Olencio Simois, another Captain Viriato Fernandez, besides several other fishermen leaders are here. They are now going to talk to the municipality about the demolition drive undertaken by the municipality yesterday. They have their grievances that the demolition order was not provided, or intimation about demolition was not provided to these people whose houses were demolished partially for encroachments. So there are going to be twists and turns in this story, because today these political leaders along with the selected members will be meeting the chief officer. We tried the chief officer to speak to the chief officer about this issue the moment he arrived, but he chose not to speak on the issue and he went directly. We can see the police arrangements are increasing here. Currently there are 5 to 7 police officers, but beyond that we have seen a bus full of other policemen have arrived at the site. So there are chances of situation turning into tense situation. So things are presently okay, calm, but anything happened because most of the people here are agitated and are upset with the kind of demolition that was taken up yesterday by the municipal authorities with the help of the municipal laborers in presence of strong police force. So what is the issue actually? Yes, well, you can see the political leaders like Joseph Philip D'Souza, Sankalp Amonkar, and there are many others waiting. These two leaders have decided to meet the chief officer, so they are going to request the chief officer to allow at least 10 people to meet him, or to come out no to come out amongst the people and give your statement with regards to the demolition. Other leaders are still waiting outside to check what is the future course of action with regards to this demolition.
After ascertaining the total facts that these structures are illegal, in the year 2010, municipality issued them show cause notice. Show cause notices were not replied properly. It was, even if it replied also to some extent, it was unsatisfactory, and the demolition, the final notices came to be issued to them. Those notices were challenged before the municipal administrative tribunal, and there, after hearing, after taking on record whatever documents were available from the appellant's side, the administrative tribunal court has dismissed all those petitions. In the year 2014, almost about 4 years time they have taken, and thereafter there was no any movement whether those orders were challenged or not to be challenged, whatever it is. Suddenly, from the total, I think there were other petitions also were there, other appeals also were there, but only 19 people, they combined together, joined together and filed one petition in the year 2017. There was some objection because from the MPT side also they are the party in the matter. Collectors also are the party in the matter, and the municipality. Okay, that is the respondent number 1, 2 and 3. So they maintained one objection saying that if they are combinedly coming before you, it will be little difficult to defend us, because there could be some merit is available to one of the petitioner, and after about a 1 year time, that particular petition was withdrawn with a liberty to the petition to come before the court with a fresh petition. From the 19 petitions, only 18 numbers of the petitioner came before the High Court in the year 2018, and they were came to be heard. So in that 18 also, from the 19 only 16 petitions were genuine. Another two they just came as a number, but we have not objected. It is going on. But for the time being, 18 petitions are before the High Court. Okay. So their objection was that the ground taken in those petitions is that our structures are featuring in the government survey plan, that is in the year 1972. The question came, okay, then they directed the municipality just to get it verified whether it is true or not. So we put people on the job. Even summoned surveyor from the head office, Penjim and all, and they joined together. And a consolidated report of 19 structures were reported to the court, saying that this is the situation. So there is a separate statement which is available on record also. Then it moved. Then their advocate himself said, sometime he has pleaded that it is not MPT's land. Sometime he pleaded that it is on the captain of port land and all. But nothing was sure as such. But court decided we cannot prolong in that way. So now at least the area which is featuring in the original survey plan of Goa will maintain. Whatever extension, there is no any protection I can grant, and that has to be demolished. So that has to be demolished. And there the petitioner advocate, Mr. Nigel Costa Price, he said that they themselves will demolish. He said, oh, will demolish. And it went on about that after he has sought some time also, additional time and all, on 24th January 2022. In fact, because of some communication problem, I could not attend that Vichy hearing. And in my absence, they said that now we are facing some difficulty to demolish it. Therefore, we are now seeking the assistance of the municipality. That was it is there clear in the minute. And next hearing, I went and I reported that now we already initiated the process. We have already moved before the collector, because even the judge also, he was asking why move collector. I said that's our procedure. We don't directly demolish it. And he granted the time till 21st of March to file the compliance report. You demolish, file the compliance. If you do not take or initiate this process, then we will be taking contempt action against the municipality as well as the petition. That is the order.
Nutshell, who is the original petitioner? Who actually initiated the whole thing?
Petitioners are these are the people. These
complainant. Who is the original complainant?
See,
the whole Khariwado case?
in the whole of the process, I cannot tell you from the record. There is nothing like MPT, because when it was when the appeals came the appeals came before the tribunal, MPT was not made the party. Collector was not made the party. It is only the appellants versus the municipality. But before these petitioners, when they came before the High Court, there the petitioners, the municipality, MPT and the collector, they made the party. These petitioners only made them the party.
Initially, which initial case was filed by whom?
No, initial demolition notice that we have issued.
On the basis of
complaint
on the basis.
They say it is a complaint or something of MPT, but I don't find any record, or nowhere else it is mentioned also. It is because of their complaint we are taking action, not like that. See, it is the right of the municipality.
Yeah.
It is the right of the municipality. If it is illegal, they can just verify, ascertain, and if they find that there is illegality, there is no permission granted from our side, they have the right to initiate action. So that is how it has happened.
स्टार्ट केला सो इवन आमकां एक कळपा जाय ही एक म्युनिसिपालिटीन एक केस घालून हे केल्या काय म्हणून आतां एज पर द तुम्ही एक पॉइंट तेजेर घातला लायक दिस सर्टन हाउसेस आर नॉट देयर इन ऑन द प्लॅन सर्वे प्लॅन दुसरो एक पॉइंट तुम्ही हे घायला की एका कांयच डॉक्युमेंट नाही म्हणे वोटरा घराचे पण हांव एक सांगूंक वता 1971 correct me if I am wrong 1975 the survey plan was there आनी चोवपाक गेल्यार ह्या हेंकडे लोकां कडेन एविडेन्स कितें तरी आहा. इफ इट इज नॉट देर इन अ प्लॅन, इवन तुवें देखून एक स्टेटमेंट केल्लो डायरेक्टली खंयचीं घरां उंचे कोणूय इवन मार्केटाचेर तुमी केल्लो जी 12 वर्सां देखून तर हें उरलें जाल्यार आमच्यान ती मोडूं जायना वो कांयच करूं जायना. हो एक स्टेटमेंट फिशिंग केल्लो 1 मिनट. सो हो तुमी केल्लो आतां फायनल हेचेर ह्यो स्टेटमेंट केल्लो आनी 1971 आय एम रायट और रॉंग? 1971 it was a plan, survey plan has done. Even fresh देखून तो प्लॅन केल्लो मे बी जोरी तर प्लॅन तो नासलो जाल्या देखून प्लॅनाचेर नासले जाल्या देखून जाल्यार तेंचे कडेन हें न्हू ही म्हणटा ती घरां आमच्या पुर्वजांची पुर्वजां घाले आनी हे द स्टेक होल्डर्स हे जे आयज थिंगा रावता फिशरमॅन आनी फिशरमॅनाचे कोणूय तरी काम करता दर्याचे पोटाचेर काम करता तेंची घरां. आतां तेंची घरां तुमी आयज म्युनिसिपालिटीन प्रोटेक्ट करूंक ना म्हण म्हाका एक हें दिसलें की म्युनिसिपालिटी लोकल ऑथॉरिटी जी आमची म्युनिसिपालिटी आहा तेणी आयज सगळें हें प्रोटेक्ट करूंक जाय.
हायकोर्ट ऑर्डर आमी वाचली. इट वॉज देर 21st July, then again September 21st आनी कितें, and we saw that you all were quite lenient आमी पळयला. And there is some order which has been passed ata suddenly recently. Justice yesterday also there was no. Now I will just tell some facts. As he has said, this house is fishermanachi घरां आसा since time immemorial. Portuguese timersan asa. Now they are poor people. Most of them are not educated. CRZ 1991 was the first time Parliament passed this act, and they took a decision that CRZ law was passed by the Parliament to protect the interest of all the stakeholders जे कोस्टार रावताले पळय ते, बी इट फिशरमॅन, बी इट रेंदेर, बी इट इवन फार्मर्स जे लागीं आसा पळय ते. After that, now CRZ 2011 was passed by the Parliament. That was because of that tsunami which happened in 2004. Now, because of that CRZ 2011, along with the fishermen and all stakeholders of Mormugaon, I was involved. We prepared a plan right from Baina, whole Mormugaon taluka, up till Sangwal, Kelshi pasun, आम्ही plan केला. And the municipality of Mormugaon took a special session, if I am not mistaken, 16th of November 2019, and they unanimously passed. In that plan, we have shown that these houses were existing, and the municipality passed. Every councillor unanimously said, and we have to protect, and we have to protect the coast and some. So this itself becomes, you are now the chief officer of the same municipality, and unanimous resolution was passed. Third, JSCRZ notification which was passed by the Parliament, तातून एक provision asa 6D, am I right? 6D. In that they say that fishermen and other stakeholders are not knowing about कायदे बिदे आशिल्ले आनी regularize करपाचे आनी कितें. So 6D is a provision given to municipality and panchayats and all local bodies. Regularize तर जावना, and if the structures were existing before 1991, सगळे regularize करपा. This is an act passed by the Parliament. So can we invoke this 6D? जी घरां आशिल्ली आनी सगळीं घरां 1991 पयलीं, much before, from Portuguese time. So that gives a provision. Maybe the fishermen, poor people, may not be having the knowledge की अशें एक कायदो पास जाला. We missed out. Municipal councillors also missed out.
I would like to interrupt here. See, I mean, see, it is not 1991 only. We are protecting the houses since the records were promulgated. Survey records were promulgated in 1971.
Correct.
71.
No,
so
no.
whichever structure exists prior to 1971, and whichever is shown on survey records, so that is being protected.
No.
It is only the extension which is going for demolition.
No. Now I will just interrupt.
What I have done is I have only corrected you. I mean 1991 is protection under the CRZ.
CRZ.
71 is here.
71 hanga sari. But sadya 1991 was the latest act passed by the Parliament, not any local body. parliamentan pass केला with lot of, it took some months, and I'll tell you, it took 10-11 years for that debate, because this happened because Indira Gandhi had visited a fishing village in Orissa in 1980 as the prime minister. And त्या फिशरमॅनान सांगला हांगा एक 5-star हॉटेल येवपाचें आसा, आमची सगळी मट्टिली, and that started that entire process which became finally 1991 a law. So तो तर 1991 कायदो आमी इन्वोक करीत तर, and it specifically says all the structures existing before 1991.
Again, I will interrupt. But then these issues, I mean, should have been taken before the High Court, because the matter was before the.
I agree. I just went.
I think all these issues were not properly built up.
I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And finally, we have ended up with this.
Absolutely.
Implementation of this order.
I fully agree with you.
But what happens is our scope, as far as municipality is concerned, our scope is very limited. The courts have gone in all depths and breadths of this litigation for years together. And finally, we have ended up with these 4 orders, and these are for the compliance.
I fully agree.
I just
21st is the last day.
Correct.
For which we are we have to comply everything, and then we have to file a compliance.
Sure. Another point I will do. Even there are government order also is there. Whichever the house is there in 2000 June, those houses has to be regularized. And it was whose duty to regularize it? It was a duty of the government, duty of the local bodies. They have to regularize those houses. Now, because these poor people, they are not they are innocent. See, no, ह्या पॉइंटाचेर कित्याक गव्हर्नमेंटान एक रेजोल्यूशन घेयल्या हांव जाय जाल्यार ती इवन कॉपी हांव हाडटा, बट गव्हर्नमेंट इज फेल. Now even the local body is failed. See, I am blaming today not for the innocent person. They are really not educated. What they have said is correct. They are not educated. But at least the government, and we should educate them, and we should do that needful. Now you just, otherwise you go on that order. It was passed by the assembly, the government, and why you are not implementing that? No, why you are creating a problem for this issue now?
What I would request.
This is,
Okay.
Beyond our this.
No. Yeah, just
as municipality or my duties are concerned.
Yeah. I agree.
It is only very limited.
Yes. No, we agree.
What we have to see is that yesterday some structures were demolished.
Correct.
In fact, they have started demolishing much earlier, it seems. Okay, they have in fact informed the court also that they are demolishing the structures, and they have started. Our engineers and all those in charges, they were going on the site, and they were cooperating with this. These people in fact were cooperating. It is not that municipality has just pushed it over.
Agree.
So for all this time, they have been doing
it. Request.
Yeah. So now some 7 or 8 structures are remaining, I think. So if there are some specific issues with these structures, let these people come and tell us.
No,
so what happens is this becomes
I will tell you a technical point. I agree. Whatever you have said is correct. As per the High Court order, they had told municipality and the stakeholders कि तुम्ही identify करा.
No, initially they have undertaken to demolish it, and municipality was just to oversee and tell the court, but it has been done in accordance with whatever land survey has identified. So that was the only role of municipality. But then since they were not doing it properly, then the court said, and then they were not filing any report. Then the court said that municipality should be doing it. So I am left with only
what I would request.
So so far as this demolition is concerned, if you have any grievance about these 8 structures which are remaining, then you can point out. We can hear them one by one, and then we can.
Till the end we can't give up. एक joint solution काढूया. काल demolition start केले सध्या आता.
I was told by our advocate also that yesterday some petitions were filed and those came to be dismissed.
No, I'm just saying. Now, there are certain kaide जे आशिल्ले have been missed out.
This has become, the petition has not been finally disposed.
Now, whatever you have done, you just complain to High Court. Show them that you have done so structure. But you
You have started the complaint. My humble request.
You are being picked up.
डेमोलिशन चालू असलेले पळय तेन्ना तांकां रिक्वेस्ट करून तांकां सांगलें सद्या स्टॉप करा म्हणून आनी बाकीची तुमची जी ऑर्डर आसा कितें आसा ते आमी सीओ कडेन डिस्कस करुया. सो त्या प्रमाणे आमी काल येयलेले सीओ कडेन, बट काल सीओ नासल्या कारणान आयज आमकां ताणें आपयलेले सकाळी 10 सुमार आनी आमी सगळे जाण येयलेले, प्लस द इफेक्टेड पीपल जे आसा तेवूय येयलेले. सो आयज जे डिस्कशन जालां पळय त्या हिसपान आमी ताका ऑन मोरल ग्रावंड आयज जे लोक आसा ते फिशरमॅन कम्युनिटी आसा तेंच्या ऑन मोरल ग्रावंड तांकां खंय तरी प्रोटेक्ट करचें म्हणून तो म्हणटा ती हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर आसा. बट हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर आसतना सुद्दां कित्याक ऑलरेडी तेंच्यांनी थोडी घरां डेमोलिश केल्लीं आसा. जी बाकीची घरां आसा पळय तेच्या भितर एक तांकां एक खंय तरी एक घराक तेंच्यांनी सुद्दां डेमोलिश करचें न्हू म्हणून जी ऑर्डर काडल्या बिकॉज ऑफ लँड एंड सर्वे. सो आतां आमी तांकां रिक्वेस्ट करपाक सोदता लँड एंड सर्वे कित्याक बाबा मातशें जी बाकीची घरां उरला तांकां थोडोसो टायम दिवचो म्हणून जे प्रमाणे आमी तांकां हेल्प करपाक शकता त्या प्रमाणे आमी हे सगळे लोकांक एक जी घरां आसा तांकां हेल्प करपाक सोदता. सो आमी ऑन मोरल ग्रावंड्स रिक्वेस्ट केल्लेले आसा सीओ कडेन तेजे म्युन्सिपालिटीच्या एडवोकेटा कडेन. सो म्हाका खंय तरी दिसता की ऑन ह्युमॅनिटी ग्रावंड ते खंय तरी आमचे रिक्वेस्ट कन्सिडर करतले आनी ते डिसिजन घेतले. परत आमी सांजचे ताका मेळपाक येता म्हणून सांगलेले आसा. आमी आतां लँड एंड सर्वेन वचोन परत आमी सीओक मेळटले आनी त्या प्रमाणे जो डिसिजन घेतलो ते आमी मागीर.
There are certain discrepancies. Like a ghar which has been earmarked for demolition, the land and survey department has said no, sorry, this is legal. ते मोडपाक जायना. So अशे हे गरीब फिशरमॅन आसा ते आनीकूय घरां आसूंक शकता. So we have brought this point to the notice of the chief officer that give little bit time because अशे घरां मोडली and then you come to know that there were similar discrepancies and illegal घरां मोडलेली, then it will be the loss to the poor fishermen. Secondly, these houses have been there existing since time immemorial from Portuguese time. Why we are telling is that the CRZ law was passed by the parliament in 1991 first time. And then as per the CRZ notification, there is one para 6D, 6 delta. Tatun te kide म्हणतात, all the dwelling of the fishermen and other communities staying along the coast can be regularized if they were existing prior 1991. So ही घरां आसा since 70, 80, 100 years old. So वो गरीब लोक, अनपढ़ लोक तांकां खबर ना की असलो कायदो आसा. So today we have brought it to the notice of the chief officer की असो कायदो आसा. At the same time, lot of fishermen and activists, and I was part of them, in 2019 we prepared the entire CZMP plan for entire Mormugaon plus all of Goa. So जेन्ना मोर्मुगांवाचो आमी प्लॅन केल्लो, this village is a fishing village and that Act 6D of the CRZ Act of 1900 clearly says that you have to protect, you have to regularize these houses, and that resolution was passed unanimously by the municipality. So there तर आसा, somewhere that link has been missed. The eyes were brought to the notice of the chief officer की हे कायदोय काडपाचो, which probably maybe this was not presented to the court or whatever, we don't know, but doesn't matter, we can still invoke that. खंय miss जाला doesn't mean we can demolish the houses, the poor people. So chief officer put his hands up. He said, you please approach the land and survey department for reassessing if there is any discrepancy. So we are going there to the land and survey department and we will tell them reassess की एक घर तर मेळना अशी आनीकूय घरां आसतील.
टाइम दिला सीओन कितें टाइम दिला
सीओन टायम दिवंक ना, बट ही सेड I want some intimation from the land and survey department, which we are rushing there now immediately.
हम कितली घरां उरले ती
अशी 7 आनी उरल्यात. So they are very poor people.
हांची घरां पळय आसा ती एक फिशींग विलेज आसा. त्या भायर म्युन्सिपालिटीन रेजोल्युशन घेतला आनी सांगलाय हे रेजोल्युशनाचेर की ही घरां फिशरमॅनाची आनी फिशींग विलेज आसा. पूण एज पर दीस नोटिफिकेशन ह्या घरांक कोणाक हात लावपाक शकना. आनी जो ऑर्डर्स पळयला ऑनरेबल कोर्टाचो तो एक मिसलेड कसो आसा. कित्याक they have to take account of the fishing village आणि फिशिंग विलेज क्लियरली म्हणटा की जे बी घरां फिशिंग विलेजान आसा आनी जे रेग्युलायज करूं ना जे कायद्या भायर बांदलेले आसा ते रेग्युलायज करचे म्हणून. सो आमी सीओक म्हणलें की बाबा CRZ नोटिफिकेशन प्रोटेक्ट्स अस आनी तो प्रोटेक्शन आमकां दी. सो सीओ इज कायंड ऑफ एडमंट, बट वी आर होपिंग that he will understand the people grievances of the people. कित्याक फिशरमॅनाक कायदो रीड करपाक सारको कळना, कित्याक ते इतले शिकलेले ना ते लिगल एक्सपर्ट आसा. सो दे कुड नॉट ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन टू देअर लॉयर दॅट वॉट इज द लॉ विच इज प्रोटेक्टिंग देम. सो सरकार जो आसा हो लोकांचो आसा, आमदार जो आसा आयज BJPचो आसा, तेकाय हांव विनंती करता की रिक्वेस्ट करता की ही जी घरां, हो जो लोक तुजोच लोक आसा, ही जी घरां तुजे कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन आसा, आनी जाता तसलो आमकां हे आदार करचो आनी घरां जी लोकांची जी नीज गोंयकाराची आसा ते सांबाळून राखपाक हांव तेका विनंती करता.
येवन बुलडोजर घेवन येवन डेमोलिश करप हे टोटली रॉंग. कित्याक जरी तर ही घरां ह्या लुगाराचे खारेवाडा आमी व्हडली जाल्या आनी आमी व्हडली जावन आयज पासून ह्या मनशाक ज्या हितून त्या घरान रावता ताका आमी चोयल्या. आयज ह्या घरांनी फिशरमॅन रावता, पूण हे लोकांक रॉंग इम्प्रेशन जालां अशें तिका फिशरमॅन रावना, बारीक घांटी लोक रावता आनी कोण रावता. ना, रॉंग. हे जे फिशरमॅन ह्या घरांनी रावता आनी ही जी घरां हे फिशरमॅनाची पयलीं, आनी हे पयलीं घरांनी हे गरीब लोक फिशरमॅन तितूनच रावताले आनी दर्या देगेर हेजेर वयताले. पूण आयज हे भाशेन जावन गेला. लास्ट ह्या फिशरमॅनाची घरां मोडून तांकां आतां रस्त्यार उडोवपा जाय. पूण ही हांव नको कितें करपा आहा तें गव्हर्मेंटान म्हणटा तो, म्युनिसिपालिटीन म्हणटा तो, हेचेर कितेंय तरी करूं जाय. जेन्ना 2010 हांव मिनिस्टर रावलो एज अ रेव्हेन्यू मिनिस्टर, तेन्ना आमी एक रेजोल्युशन घेयल्लें इन 2000 जून 2000 हे हितून आमी एक रेजोल्युशन हाडलें असेंब्लीन आनी आमी सांगले जी घरां हे 2000चे पयलीं घरां आहा ती रेग्युलायज करा म्हणून, आनी ही रेग्युलायज तेणी करूं जाय आली. पूण आयज पासून हेजेर कोणें लक्ष धरूं ना. ह्या म्युनिसिपालिटीन जे लोकल बॉडी म्हणटकूच ह्या लोकांक प्रोटेक्ट करूं जाय आसलें, ह्या लोकांक प्रोटेक्ट केलो ना. कोणाचो इश्यू आनी कसलो इश्यू देव जाणा. येस, ही आमची भाव भयणां जे आमच्या घरांनी रावता, त्या घरान रावता, ती शिंकलोली न्हू, तांकां कांय सोजमना. जी कोण कितें सांगता तेजेर उलोवपी. आतां ह्या इनोसेंट ज्या मनशाक, ह्या आमच्या भाव भयणांक हे भाशेन जावपाक जायना आनी ही रस्त्यार पडूंक जायना. ही ताकाच लागून आयज आमी कितें एक खंयच्यो ऑथॉरिटी वचून आमी मेवता, तेजेर चोयता आमी कशें जाता तेन्ना कितें करून सांबाळपा जाता तें. पूण हितून म्हणटा तें एक डायरेक्टली गव्हर्मेंटान लोकांक, गरिबाच्या लोकांक सेफ करपा जाय, गरिबांक लोकांक सांबाळपा जाय. आनी जरी तर गरीब लोकांक, ह्या भाव भयणांक, आमच्या गोंयकार भाव भयणांक जरी तर सांबाळना जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता हो गव्हर्मेंट आमचो न्हू, आमचे न्हू. ताका लागून हांव मागता, अपील करता जे म्युनिसिपालिटीचे CEO जो तांचो एडवोकेट तांकां मागता तो रिलीफ दिया तांकां, तेंचे घरां सेव करा. आनी देर इज एक मिस्टेक आहा, जी घरां जे फूल डेमोलिशन करपाची 4 वर तितून मिस्टेक आसा. कसली मिस्टेक आहा, तेंची घरां सर्वेनूच सांगला देर इज द मिस्टेक ऑफ दॅट हावज म्हणून. म्हणटकच आमी रिक्वेस्ट केला की परतून जाता जाल्यार ही रिसर्वे तेंची घरां आमी तेंच्या बरोबर आहा, आमी ताका सांबाळपाक ट्राय करता.
खारेवाड्याचो इश्यू जो आसा तो इज डेटिंग बॅक टू 2008. म्हणजे म्हाका दिसता 10 वर्सां जाली ही केस चलताली तांची, आनी ती तांची हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर आयली डेमोलिश करचें म्हणून. इट वॉज इन जून, म्हणजे ताणें जुनाक करपा जाय आसली, पूण त्या पेटिशनर्सान खूब ट्राय केली आनी देन दे डीड नॉट सक्सीड, जावना. आनी काल म्हाका दिसता थंय डेमोलिशन सगळें स्टार्ट जालें, प्रोसेस स्टार्ट जालो. ताजे जावचे पयलीं ती सगळी आमकां एप्रोच जाल्ली. म्हणजे जेन्ना इमिडिएट चार्ज घेतला ताचे पयलीं बी हें जाल्लें, तेन्ना एप्रोच जाली. सो हांवें एक म्हज्या सायडींतल्यान एक तांचे खातीर एक हायकोर्ट एडवोकेट हाडलो टू नो द सिट्युएशन. म्हणजे अशें न्ही की आमी कांयच करूं ना. हांवें एक हायकोर्ट एडवोकेट हाडून तांचो एडवोकेट घेवन आमी वाट काडपाचो एक प्रयत्न केलो. म्हणजे हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर कशी आसता, आयदर यू हॅव टू अपील इन द सुप्रीम कोर्ट. हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर कोणूच डिफाय करूंक शकना नॉर्मल मनीस. सो आमी एक लॉ एबायडींग सिटीजन म्हणटकूच वी हॅव टू एबायड बाय इट. पूण खंय तरी घरां वता आसतना आमकांय वायट दिसता, कोणाची घरां वता आसतना. पूण हो इश्यू म्हाका पयलो कांयच खबर नाशिल्लो, बिकॉज हो 10 वर्सांचो इश्यू. तेन्ना थंय कोण कावन्सिलर आशिल्लो म्हाका खबर ना, कांय खबर ना. सो हो 10 वर्सांचो इश्यू आतां हें जाला. सो हांव आतांच, म्हणजे म्हाका दिसता 2 दीस जाले आमी शपथविधी जावन. सो आतां तो इश्यू आयला. पूण ताज्या पयलींच हांवें जेन्ना इलेक्ट जालें तेन्ना तांची मिटींग घेवन एडवोकेटाक आपोवन तांकां कितें प्रोज एंड कॉन्स आसा, कशें आमी वचपा जाय. वन थींग एवरीबडी एग्रीड दॅट वी कॅनॉट डिफाय द हायकोर्ट. आमी हायकोर्टाक डिफाय करपाक शकना, आमी हायकोर्टाक रिक्वेस्ट करूंक शकता. तशी पेटिशनाय घाल्ली ती बी हायकोर्टान आयकुना, कित्याक खूब डिले जाल्लो आनी हायकोर्टाक आपले ऑर्डर कंप्लायन्स करपाक जाय आशिल्ली. तातूंत भितर म्युन्सिपालिटीकूय कंप्लायन्स रिपोर्ट दिवपाक जाय आशिल्लो, तो तांकां 16 तारखेर ते काल करपाक जाय आशिल्ले. सो हो इश्यू हो तांणीय एग्री जाली, जी पळय आज पिडीत आसा तांकांय आमी सांगिल्लें की कोणाचें घर वता आसतना वायट दिसतात, हें दिसतात, पूण आमी गव्हर्मेंटा कडल्यान फुडें वचून आमकां मॅक्झिमम कसो बेनिफीट जावंक शकता तें आमी करया म्हणून. आनी काल सगळी एग्री बी जाल्ली आनी एवरीथींग वॉज स्मूथ. म्हाका आज खबर ना कोणें इतलो कित्याक इश्यू केला तो, पूण आमी म्हजें इतलेंच सांगणें की हो हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर आमकां इंटरफियरन्स करप इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट. पूण हाजे फुडें तांकां गव्हर्मेंटा कडल्यान कितें सहकार्य जाय दॅट वी कॅन प्रोवायड. आज आमचो नवीन सर्वे आसा, फाल्यां तो फुडें मिनिस्टरूय जातलो. सो तांकां घट धरून आमी तांकां घेवन आय वील पर्सनली गो विथ दॅम. आनी गव्हर्मेंटा कडल्यान मॅक्झिमम जो हेल्प जावंक तांकां जावंक शकता इन द लिमिट्स ऑफ लॉच्या भितर कितें जावंक शकता पळय तितलो आमी तांकां हेल्प करतले.